Throughout this week, we've been talking about intermittent fasting. Do you guys do intermittent fasting? Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys practice intermittent fasting already. But I've been practicing for a few years already, and I've always recommended it all these years, and I don't think I'm ever gonna stop because there's a couple of reasons. There's a lot of benefits that comes with intermittent fasting, but I'm gonna just show you what you guys 2 or 3 reasons why I do it myself and how it has helped me continually maintain muscle mass, continually maintain a certain weight, certain body fat percentage. Other than that, we have a workout today. We're gonna be going into the training facility in a minute, but I wanted to share this with you guys. That way you guys understand how it can help you, and maybe it's something that you're missing in your fitness tools that help you get into really great shape. And that's something that I want to share with you guys, because as you continue in your workout journey or your transformation journey, maintenance journey, strength wise journey, then you have to have a couple of tools that can help you do that. So with that said, on this video we're gonna be talking about that, and I'm gonna be sharing with you guys exactly how it works and just the basics on intermittent fasting. Just the basics, that way you get started and you can start applying it on your daily life when it comes down to nutrition, when to eat, and what it does for you when you do intermittent fasting. So right off the bat, if you guys have a question, comment, or concern, make sure you leave it down below. I love reading your comments, answering your questions, all that good stuff. Are you guys ready? Let's get the video started. All right, so before we go into the training facility for a workout that I have going on my Wednesdays, let's go ahead and explain the very most basic formula and or structure of intermittent fasting that you can start with, and that is 8-16 or 16-8. 16 hours fasting, 8-hour window to consume your daily calorie requirement. Notice I said to consume your daily calorie requirement. Just because you're doing intermittent fasting doesn't mean you're gonna lose weight automatically, and that doesn't mean that you can eat as much as you want in your 8-hour window. It doesn't work that way. The reason why I do intermittent fasting is because it gives me the ability to have self-control and have control over when the body eats. I'm not continually snacking and you're accumulating calories here and there. You don't want that. You want to make sure that you're consuming the right amount of calories pertaining to the goal you're trying to reach, right? If you're trying to lose some weight, if you're trying to maintain a certain body fat percentage or muscle mass, body composition, or you're trying to bulk, you're trying to gain muscle mass, then you go and apply the certain amount of calories that you're supposed to be consuming, and those calories are made of your macronutrients, your good carbs, good fat, good oil, and your protein, of course, branched chain amino acids, all that. So we do have meal plans here in the program, which makes it 10 times easier for my members to follow a certain meal plan. That way, a certain nutrition format. That way you're not continually all over the place trying to figure out what to eat on a daily basis. If you're consuming enough protein throughout your meals throughout the day and you're continually beating around the bush, we ain't got time for that. We get busy. It tends to be super hard and we just drop the ball. We don't want to do it no more because it's just way too hard and too time consuming. So we don't want that. So let's go into the 8-16. Like I said, you can start with the 8-16. I was speaking with somebody this morning and they tried the 8-16, fasting for 16 hours and then the 8-hour window to consume their daily calorie intake. And their first meal was around noon and their last meal was around 8 p.m. That's 8 hours of eating window. The rest, it's fasting, giving the body its time to digest, it's time to absorb and get all the calories you consume done and over with. That way the next morning the body is empty. You have glycogen, you have ketones for energy, And as soon as you eat something, the body's ready to devour or even start digesting again, because it hasn't had a chance to for the past 16 hours. So stuff like that. And this person had a really hard time because it was just too much of a fasting period. And I do agree, if you're gonna start even the 816, it might be too hard for you. You can start at a even lower rate where you can fast for 10 hours. Have your eating window for 10 hours and fast for 14. That means now your first meal, instead of being at noon, you're gonna have it at 8 a.m. which I know it doesn't make a big difference. It might, because your breakfast could have been like around 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning. You're just going 1 or 2 hours a little bit further into the day instead of having it that early. That way you don't break your fast too early. Then your body starts to want more food as soon as you break your fast. So you don't want that. You don't want it too early. That way you're not hungry throughout the day even more, because you're craving. The body's already broken its fast, so it wants more. So start really low, and then from there you get better and better and better, and next thing you know, you won't get as many cravings as you did, and not as much hunger. Why? Because the stomach shrinks. You're lowering down the calories, and it's adapting to your new routine. Before, it used to be handling way more calories, so it was used to that. It was a habit. The body already knows when it's gonna have its first meal, and as soon as you have that urge, because of your habit, you're gonna want to feed yourself. The body already gives you signals because you're so used to it. It's a habit. But as you change that, now your habit will be at a later time. You'll get cravings, or you'll be hungry at a later time, because that's when the body is now used to. So start off really low and then go into the 816 gradually. And another reason why I do it is because I like to work out on an empty stomach. My first meal is at around 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and my last meal is around 8 p.m. I don't fast for very long. I've always practiced it because of that. I like to work out in an empty stomach. Instead of you digesting throughout the workout, my blood is not in my stomach, but out here in my muscles, distributing the oxygen, the vitamins, minerals, everything that is needed for you to have a good performance. I used to work out after like a shake. I'll have like a little bit like a fruit or something like that, and it was good. It's not too heavy, and you're not digesting like crazy. So it is possible. You just gotta be careful of how much you're eating before you go and work out. Do I recommend it? Sure. If it works for you, go right ahead. Try doing it fasted and see how that works out for you. Whatever works for you. Of course, in the beginning, it's gonna be hard because you're not used to it. So don't give up too early. So there's a couple of reasons why I like doing it: self-control, and then again, I like to work out in an empty stomach. Third is because it also helps me be at a calorie deficit. If I start eating too early, I start eating my food that I'm allotted for the day. Let's say I'm consuming 1,700 calories for the whole day. Then if you eat too early, you're gonna be hungry right away. You're gonna eat most of your food early on the day. Later on, you're not gonna be having no more food, and you're gonna overeat. If you overeat, you won't be losing weight. You won't be at a calorie deficit. You need to be at a calorie deficit in order to lose body fat weight. If you're consuming maintenance, you're just gonna maintain what you have, especially if your calories are made out of carbs, sugars, and stuff like that. So that's why I like doing it as well. I have my first meal, and then after that, it takes me all the way till like around 4 or 5. I'll drink some water, black coffee, or green tea, and then that's about it. I do that in the morning as well: black coffee, water, and green tea. I don't break my fast with anything else. I don't make things complicated, and we're good to go. So with that said, that's my little section of the video for intermittent fasting. If you guys like these kind of videos, the structure of the videos, make sure you hit that like button right now. Thank you so much. Leave me a question, comment, or concern down below, and I'll answer to the best of my ability as fast as humanly possible. Other than that, let's go to the training facility. All right, so today it is Wednesday, so it is my heavy leg day. You're gonna be noticing that I'm gonna be applying a little bit of weight onto the legs. And I always say this, but just to remind you that I always do 3.5 miles before any of this have happened. Before I even come into the facility, I go run 3.5. After my workout, I run another 1.5, making it a 5-mile run. I'll be resting tomorrow, and that's the reason why I'm gonna be going heavy on the legs. We're gonna be working the legs, we're gonna be working the abdominals, we're gonna be working the chest and the shoulders, along with a little bit of bicep. Notice it's almost every single muscle of the body. Most of the biggest muscle of the body is gonna be the legs, so you'll see an emphasis in that. We're gonna be using the fixed bars and stuff like that, so bear with me. Let's go into the workout. If you guys like these kind of videos here with the workout voiceover, make sure you hit that like button as well. Make sure you hit that like button. Let me know what you think. Give me a comment, a question, or concern down below. Let's get into the workout. You guys ready? I'm ready. Let's get started. All right, let's go into the first round. We have the front squat, and I'll be using a heavier bar for this one. Right now we're just getting started, so I'll be using a heavier bar for this one. Since you don't put it over your shoulders, you can pick up heavier weight. That way you don't compromise your form or tweak your back or anything like that. Your shoulders are not as strong as your legs, so you gotta keep that in mind. And as you can see, we go into the push-up shoulder tap. The shoulder tap push-up is gonna get us ready for the power push-up. So like I said, it's first round, so we're getting everything situated, getting our core activated, form, technique, breathing, lungs, getting that blood flow going. And then from the power push-up, we're gonna get back on the bar for the bicep curl. We have that bicep curl again, proper form, proper technique. So what I'm gonna be doing is I will be using a bigger bar for the bicep curl as well. So the front squat is always gonna have a heavier bar, and then the rest is gonna be the same exact bar for the rest of the exercises. But yeah, bicep curl all the way up, all the way down. We're gonna place it down and go into the boat pose, in and out. I love this exercise because it's a compound exercise. It works the transverse abdominal, upper, lower, obliques, stability muscle. It's really good. Just make sure you push your chest forward, keeping your lower back straight. Don't arch your back, don't round your back. If you need to modify, make sure you place your heels down every time you come out and every time you come in. So from there, we're going into the shoulder press with the same bar that we did the bicep curl. We're gonna be doing the shoulder press, front shoulder press. Love this exercise for the shoulders as well. Make sure you keep your back straight as well. If you're compromising your form, you're being wobbly, you're not pushing it out or up evenly, then you gotta use a smaller bar. So we're gonna do the front shoulder press, and then right there, we're gonna place it right behind our head in the meaty portion of our neck and do the in-place lunges. The in-place lunge is gonna get us ready for the plyometric lunge with the fixed bar. This one right here is the big one. This is the money maker for the legs right here, because we're lifting heavy with the front squat. Now we're still applying a little bit of more resistance with the plyometric. So, but there it is right there. Awesome first round. So we're gonna be resting for a minute and a half around there, and then going back in for the 3 minutes. So 3 minutes, 6 exercises, as many repetitions as possible, and you're good to go. Let's go into round 2. All right, so we have the 60-pound fixed bar right here for the front squat. And after getting on that bar, it was like, I need heavier. So I need to go higher. It needs to be challenging. If it's too easy, it's not worth it. So I grabbed the 80, and 80 was perfect. So I'm gonna be using the 80 for the front squat. Then from there, we go straight into the power push-up. No more shoulder tap. Power push-up, as many as possible for 30 seconds. Feeling good, feeling strong. The agility is where I kind of want to be when it comes down to muscle endurance. I'm doing the whole 30 seconds of power push-ups, so that's a really good sign. And then from there, we go to the bicep curl with the 50-pound bar. So like I said, I'm gonna be using a smaller bar for all the rest of the exercises. And then the front squat should be always heavier. It's all leg. The only difference is cleaning the bar. Cleaning the bar is still gonna take a little bit of strength and power, but you're not pushing it over your shoulders. So with this bar here, I can do just bicep curls, keeping that form technique. And then from there, we go into the boat pose, in and out. And we go straight into it. We reach for the sky if it's too easy with your palms down. If it's too easy, you can always intensify this exercise by raising your arms, keeping that stability tight, keeping the core tight, and getting as many as possible, making sure that you get that crunch once you come together with your knees. And then from there, we go back up into the shoulder press. The same bar we used for the bicep curl. We got 50 going over our head, all the way up, all the way down, keeping the stability tight, keeping your core tight always, and breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Make sure you breathe, not too crazy. Don't get exhausted with these exercises. It's not cardio related, so we need more resistance. So we go into the in-place split jump squat. As you can see now, we go straight into the plyometric. So this is the one. Oh, it feels so good. You just gotta be careful with it. Make sure you're pulling down and keeping it in the meaty portion of your neck and pushing down onto your shoulders. And there you have it. There you have it right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is my workout on Wednesday. I shared a little bit of intermittent fasting. That's what I do. So every time you see me here doing my workouts, I'm always in an empty stomach. I do everything in the morning. I run a couple of classes in the morning. I get up at 04 in the morning, and my first class is at 5 a.m. My second class is at 6 a.m. And then I go into a little bit of administration, some business related work. And then I start my workout. I start my workout around 8 a.m. in the morning, and I go through it all the way till around 10:30, 11 a.m. From there, I get everything done here, clean up, close down, and I run back home for a 1.5 mile run. Very fun, very challenging, but that's the level that I want to keep it at because of the position that I hold here in the program, being the lead instructor and leading by example, of course, right? And still having fun with the workouts, having fun with your nutrition. There's always a time and place to enjoy yourself, some culture food, some good, tasty, out of control, taste bud, explosive foods. So with that said, there it is right there. If you guys like these videos, don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification button. That way you don't miss none of my future videos. You guys take care, be safe, be nice with each other. Always and forever, mind, body, and strive. Make sure you guys check out my latest video right here. Make sure you guys check it out, and I'll show you a couple of things on why you need to work out. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.